Your first 100K is easily one of the most important money milestones to achieve because after your first $100,000, your net worth will skyrocket simply because it is easier for your money to make more money. Hi, welcome back. I'm Iris. I talk about all things money and life tips, so subscribe to learn more. In today's video, I will be giving you a step-by-step on everything that I did to achieve a six-figure net worth by the time I was 25. So you can copy my exact strategy. First, let's cover what is a net worth. A net worth is what you own minus what you owe. It's simply a metric that is used to give insight on someone's financial position. So things that you may own are some property, stocks, cash, you get the idea. Things you may owe are like debts, so think student loans, a car loan, credit card debt, any personal loans, you get the idea. And if you end up with a positive net worth, then that means your assets exceed your debts. You should be always tracking your net worth because it gives a clear snapshot of your current financial position. It also helps with debt management and setting clear financial goals. If you have any high interest debt, this should take priority after having an emergency fund. Paying off debt is critical because you literally cannot out-invest consumer debt. The average credit card interest rate is something of like 20%. The S&P 500 on average returns anywhere from 7 to 10% per year. So if you thought that you can get your way out of debt by just starting to invest, think again, because you literally cannot out-invest consumer debt. Debt, especially student loans, is something that's holding a lot of people back from creating wealth. So personally, I was very strategic when it came to taking out student loans. For instance, I went to a community college for 2 years to smash out those general education requirements because it was cheaper. And then when it was time to go to university and transfer out of that community college, I opted to stay local so that I could commute from home and save money on campus housing. Some people will tell me that I missed out on the traditional college experience, but I honestly don't mind because I had bigger dreams than that. And by the time that I graduated and secured my first post-grad job, I was able to pay off my student loans within the first year. In addition to that, I also stayed far away from consumer debt and I was very responsible with my credit card usage. I never put anything on it that I didn't already have the money for, and I always paid my cards off on time and in full every single month. I also drive an old-ass car because it works just fine and I didn't want to add any unnecessary debt and have a car note. Point is, if you have any pre-existing consumer debt, take this as your sign to smash that out and end the cycle. And moving forward, be very careful with taking out any consumer debt. Everyone needs to have liquid cash readily available in case of an emergency. An emergency fund is essential and it is a non-negotiable. Experts suggest having 3 to 6 months of expenses tucked away in a high-yield savings account. A high-yield savings account functions exactly the same as your traditional savings account, although it allows you to make some passive income through interest income. I personally use Discover for my high-yield savings account, but here are some good recommendations as well. These are very simple to set up. Just pick any of these, go straight to the website and open an account. It'll take you like 10 minutes and you'll start earning passive income. Now, the money that you make within this account is supplemental and very nice, although it does not replace investing. In addition, you must also invest. This is just a better way to store your money while making just a little bit of passive income on it. Liquid cash is a non-negotiable because it keeps you out of debt and it leaves your investments untouched. A lot of people go into debt because they don't have an emergency fund, so an emergency happens and then they have to put it on a credit card. Or, what's the point of having all these investments if you never give them the time to grow because you're always having to bust into it? An emergency fund is one of the most important money milestones and a non-negotiable. You should always have one. I started investing at 18. When I started investing, I was a full-time college student making part-time minimum wage. So was I able to invest large amounts? No. But I still threw in as much money as I could at the time into investing. I knew that I had a good opportunity to create wealth if I started investing early simply because of my age. So if you're young and are interested in investing, definitely take advantage of all the time that you have to your investments to grow. Not only did this help me increase my net worth, it most importantly created the habit and the discipline of investing. And naturally, as I got older and started to make more money, I had the knowledge and the discipline to remain consistent and invest even more aggressively. And now I have several different investment accounts. I have a regular brokerage account, a Roth IRA, 403b, SEP IRA. But if you're interested in starting investing, the easiest way that you can start investing is through a regular brokerage account. This is just a platform that will allow you to invest into stocks. There's no tax advantages to this. The money can move in and out of this account very freely. I do use Public for my regular brokerage account. This video is not sponsored, but I am affiliated with them, so I will leave a link down below for you to sign up. So now that you're interested into starting to invest, what do you invest in? I keep it simple and I keep my investments to just index funds. Index funds gives you exposure to thousands of stocks in just one go. It also diversifies your investments and lowers your overall risk, and it is also just very easy. And another fun way to look at an index fund is it's kind of like buying in single eyeshadow versus an eyeshadow palette. So I could just buy this one eyeshadow, but how am I going to know if it's even going to be wearable years from now? So instead of just picking individual colors, I opt for buying the entire palette. Because it's in one buy, I'm getting thousands. So I keep it very simple, and every single month I put money into just various index funds. Investing is really that easy. Don't let anyone intimidate you into thinking it's not. And in the future, I'll make a video on the different index funds. Now, if you are serious about getting your first 100K and doing it relatively quickly, you are going to have to find ways to increase your income. And this could be from starting a side hustle. There are plenty of side hustles that you can do today, like DoorDash, Uber, selling stuff online. You know, the list is endless when it comes to side hustle ideas, but the point is, you are going to want to look for ways that you could supplement your income. Now, the way that I treated my side hustle income was every extra dollar that I made from my side hustles went straight into my savings and my investments. I wasn't going to a concert just because I made a couple of $100 pet sitting. I was putting all of my supplemental income into reaching my goals. I truly believe that you should know where every dollar is going and coming in and coming out of your accounts. By tracking your spending and budgeting, this just prevents you from living way beyond your means. But in addition to that, budgeting and tracking your income also creates discipline. Because I truly believe that being good with money really just comes down to discipline and decision making. And this is one of those skills that will help you create that discipline. And it overall just increases your overall awareness around money. In order to achieve this milestone, it's a combination of factors. It's making more money, staying away from debt, and cutting out unnecessary expenses. Get real with yourself. Maybe you're shopping more than you should. Maybe you're going to a luxury gym that you can't really afford. Getting your nails done, Netflix subscriptions, or getting coffee outside way too often. We all have certain things in our budget that we can sacrifice. And cutting out these unnecessary expenses will really help expedite reaching your goals. When I was 18 entering college, I had this insatiable thirst to learn about personal finance. And within a few years of self-teaching, I taught myself primarily through watching YouTube videos and reading books. I became financially literate. And I'll leave my top book recommendations somewhere around here. But learning about money at such a young age really changed the trajectory of my life and set me up for success very early. If you're young, you have the greatest opportunity to create wealth simply because of your age. Time is your best friend when it comes to building wealth. They say that the first 100K is the hardest, and then from there it just skyrockets. So I'm really excited to see how my money grows. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button because it really supports my channel, and subscribe for more because I'll see you in the next one.